All right, let's start opening this. All right. Ooh, what is this? Oh, a science kit. I didn't know it came with that. Exciting. Oh my gosh, what is this? A gourd. That's cool. Timeline cards. World history timeline. Interesting. You can laminate the pages. Okay. Alright, and we have the literature and the guide separate. I'm just going to take those out. Okay, heavy. This is like so much stuff in case you can't tell. So, let's see. We have here. So this includes literature and social studies and science. So this is all of the books for those three things. And some of these are the same books assigned in Eastern Hemispheres by Bookshark, if you are familiar with that curriculum. And so once I get to the guides, I'll show you kind of what these things go with. It's a cute otter. If you saw my other video, you know I got another book about otters. This is interesting, their guide to writing. That's cool. And this book is also used in Build Your Library Level 7. So I thought that was kind of appealing to me. My daughter did that last year. Oops. So this curriculum, I think it does, I don't know if it does all the continents, but it does Asia and Africa. And so I think this is like the Oceania part. Sorry, I keep having my phone's falling out. That's cool. And one of the reasons that I decided to go ahead and get this is we are with the charter this semester, and the 6th grade standards involve world history and ancient history stuff. So I thought that this would be a nice compromise, and also, you know, topics that I'm interested in my son learning. So I thought it would be a good blend. And then there's another aspect which I'll get to in a second, which is why I thought it might be nice to try. So that's all the literature. Okay, and this is the curriculum. So, one of the things that I really liked about this particular level was the way that they do earth science. So let's see if I can quickly So there's the hydrosphere, which is, obviously water. The lithosphere, which I think is the ground. The atmosphere, which is the air. And then ecosystems and ecology, and earth cycles and systems. And I think that's all of the science levels. So I really like, if you're familiar with state standards, you'll know that the water cycle, biomes, food webs, all that stuff is a standard. And so, I'm pretty sure this is going to cover it, but also I like how it separates it out. So you're still doing all earth science, but it's like one concept at a time. I really like that. I prefer sticking on one topic versus, jumping around. Okay, and so this is the social studies. Oh yeah, so there is Australasia and Oceania, or Australia and Oceania. So this is the history portion. I think there's one more. Egypt and Mesopotamia. So these are the history slash social studies portions of the curriculum, and then this is the literature. So it's like a novel study, independent study. I don't know what that one is. Interesting. Girl Named Disaster, Single Shard. And so one thing that was very appealing to me was I really wanted my son to do the Pearl, which if I'm not mistaken is a Steinbeck. Steinbeck. So you do, let me just look at this real quick. You do, I can't recall which ones you're doing at the same time, but you do the Pearl while you're doing hydrosphere, while you're doing whichever of the social studies goes with it. And let me see if it says in here what you're supposed to do at the same time. I think there's usually a master schedule somewhere. I'm having trouble finding it. So that's kind of frustrating. Okay, so I can't figure out quickly which ones go together, but I really liked that it has it, so you're doing, whatever the three are that you're doing, they all go together, and there's an interdisciplinary cross-curricular approach, and so that was what was also appealing to me. And then, as you may have noticed, at this level, which is 11 through 13, instead of being written to the parent, it's written to the student. So it's a student plan, and it tells you the materials you're going to need. And so I'm assuming this is the stuff that's possibly in the science kit. And then it tells you the overview of the lessons and what you're going to be doing. And then this is how it has the lesson written to the student. And so that was what was appealing to me, because I'm trying to work on that with this is for my 6th grader. I'm trying to work on increasing his independence, but also having, tangible representation of the work that he's done. So if he read about, what is this one, the hydrosphere? So if he read whichever book goes with that, what did he learn? And so one of the ways to accomplish that is having him do written narrations, which have been working out really well and also helping with the writing. But he reads a lot of books on a daily basis, and I'm not making him write 10 narrations a day. So I feel like this is going to give us an opportunity to have him do that written work, not endlessly, but also, incorporating vocabulary, having comprehension questions. And what we've been doing lately is I'm finding these comprehension questions, or I'm finding, essay prompts, and having him do that with his work. So I'm really looking forward to having this ready to go. And he knows, okay, on each day I'm going to do one lesson of language arts, one lesson of science, and one lesson of social studies. And, those connections are going to be made. I know exactly what I have to do. There's no question, right? Like, okay, open your book. Here's what you're doing today. You're going to need these materials. It teaches a grammar concept in this one. Then read the chapter and answer these questions. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. There is definitely an overwhelming amount of stuff here, honestly, which is why I hadn't opened this yet. I've had this for a couple of weeks. I'm going to just look at this shipping slip and see if there's any indication of when you're supposed to do the different stuff. No. Okay. So this is all for the first semester of whichever you're using it for. My son is 11. He turns 12 in May. I do think it is a lot, and he is still working on his Ambleside Online books, which a lot of the concepts that he's doing are American history, and the reason for that is because he likes American history, and obviously it's important, but I do feel that he needs to start expanding the things that he's learning about, and he has done some different books, like he's done books about Eastern Europe and Russia for family studies, and I was planning to have him do Eastern Hemispheres possibly next year, but there is some overlap here, so we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I really like how the literature is incorporated. That's something that I'm particularly excited about, because we have been doing Memoria Press literature student guides, and I have been happy with those, but those are limited in their offerings. They have, these are the books for 6th grade or what have you, and there's a more limited basically set of options. So that's what we got. Thanks for letting me share it with you. Let me know what you guys think about if you've used Moving Beyond the Page, if you have any tips for me, and I'll go ahead and look and see what concepts go together, because it's really frustrating me, I can't remember, and I'll post it in the comments. All right, thanks for watching. Okay, so I just flipped this over, and here's what I was trying to figure out. See, the hydrosphere goes with Egypt and Mesopotamia and the Pearl. The atmosphere goes with Africa today and the Golden Disaster. The lithosphere goes with Australia and Oceania and the Hobbit. Ecosystems and ecology goes with ancient Asia and a single shard. And Earth cycles and systems goes with Asia today and independent study. And then you can see the second semester at the bottom, which we will do next year if we like this for my son. All right, so just wanted to share that I finally figured that out.